What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JusticeXFalls. We back at it again with another video, and today we're looking at Black Myth Wukong first hands-on preview. So they got their hands on the game finally. This game was supposed to be coming out in 2024, around the summer of 2024, so basically a year from now. But IGN got their hands on it, so let's see what they had to say. Let's make sure this is super duper HD. Let's run it back, and without further ado, let's get to the video.
Since Black Myth Wukong released its first trailer 3 years ago, every year on August 20th, the developer Game Science has shown something new about the development progress of the game.
Indeed,
however, what's different this year is that we finally got to play it. My 45-minute demo provided 3 boss fights and a relatively complete chapter experience. It's worth noting that after the event, the dev team made some adjustments to the trial version based on the feedback and suggestions received during the closed-door evaluation that I participated in. As a result, my experience may differ slightly from what others experienced in Hangzhou and at Gamescom in Cologne.
Okay. I hope they put this trial out for the public, like damn.
Due to time limitations, this trial version did not include the level up system. However, it provided players with a set of skills and equipment that will be obtained in the mid-game of the final version. In addition to basic light and heavy attacks, the protagonist's attack stances can be switched between 3 different postures, including smash form, pillar form, and thrust form at any time. Furthermore, spells such as Immobilize, Stone Solid, Ring of Fire, and the Pluck of Many are also available for use. There are also 2 transformation abilities. One turns you into the previously seen Fireblade Wolf, and the other results in a creature with poisonous attacks. Additionally, players will find and collect certain potions for in-game use. It's important to note that these configurations may vary slightly depending on the different stages. The first boss is named Centipede Guai, and it appeared in the first 13-minute gameplay trailer released in 2020. This time it awaits.
Look like an isopod. Hopefully, you know, this game you could change it to English, because I don't know what none of this say. I know last time I uploaded a video on this, some people downloaded it and uploaded it on some Chinese site, like a Chinese YouTube, which I appreciated because they put they credited me. They put my name in the caption at least. So yeah, so I appreciate that.
It's players in a horrible cave. Its attack methods include rolling and heavy punches, as well as the ability to release poisonous gas.
Ooh.
This gas inflicts a slow-acting poison effect on the protagonist, causing gradual health loss, which can only be cured by consuming antidote potions. However, this boss is considered relatively easy overall in terms of difficulty for this trial version. After becoming familiar with its attack patterns, most players should be able to defeat it easily. The second boss is the Macaque Chief, as seen in the Snow Mountain of the 2021 trailer. This time, players can experience.
I remember this one.
The sequence just as it was shown. You can observe how the protagonist's movements and combat in the snow-covered terrain dynamically affect the accumulation of snow in real time. This battle also holds a secret. If the Macaque Chief's health is reduced to half within a certain time, it triggers his second phase. To encounter the monkey with wings, the protagonist needs to venture deeper into the scene. In this state, the monkey's aggression, attack range, and attack patterns all increase significantly. It gains the ability to launch aerial assaults against the player, making for a thrilling and intense.
Now he did something where he put a ring of fire around him.
Needs to venture deeper into the scene. In this state, the monkey's aggression, attack range, and attack patterns
like he put this ring of fire around him. Does that protect him?
All increase
he put the ring of fire around
significantly.
him, and then he drank the potion. So had the enemy charged in while he's drinking, which happens a lot in these type of games. Would that affect? Would the wall of fire have protected him or what? I don't know. We didn't get to see that there.
It gains the ability to launch aerial assaults against the player, making for a thrilling and intense encounter. The third boss is the Tiger Vanguard, who appeared in the 2022 trailer. This time, the Tiger Vanguard awaits players as challenges in a blood pool in a temple. According to the developers, this boss will play a role in the storyline as an NPC who imparts the Stone Solid skill to the protagonist. Therefore, you will witness him using this skill during the battle. One highlight of this scene is how the water reacts and changes dynamically with the actions in combat. The Tiger Vanguard boasts the highest attack speed and aggression among the 3 bosses. Not only does he possess both physical and spell-based attack abilities, but his combo attacks also deal substantial damage, making it easy to fall victim to his assault.
That dodge looked clean though. That dodge, the dodge that you get, it looks clean and it doesn't waste. It looks like it doesn't waste a lot of stamina. Look, he just rolled right there, and it only took that little bit of stamina. Then I'm assuming this is your magic right here, and obviously this is your health. And these are your abilities. You hold right trigger, then I guess you press left, up, down, left, right, or square, circle, triangle, X, or ABXY if you're on Xbox.
The chapter experience provided during the Hangzhou event that I played the game at is called Purple Cloud Mountain. The overall scenery is somewhat reminiscent of the in-game footage shown in the 2022 trailer. This is a relatively complete level experience, featuring various environments such as forests, villages, and temples. There are also as many as 4 or 5 types of enemies waiting for players along the way. Don't underestimate these minions, as they also possess the ability to deliver a fatal blow to the protagonist with a single strike. There's also a detour path in the level that players might not easily find, where they can encounter a hidden boss, the Poisonous King. This creature has the appearance of a scorpion-like monster. After engaging in conversation with it, players need to break the wine barrel beside it to start the battle. This hidden boss presents the highest level of difficulty in this trial version. It possesses extremely fast attacks, deals heavy damage, and boasts skills that inflict poison on the player. It took me nearly an hour of fighting to defeat it, and there were several instances where I succumbed to poison before being able to use the cure potion in time. And while Black Myth shares some similarities in its mechanics with the Dark Souls series, the combat feel here is quite distinct from any other similar games. In my opinion, this distinction arises from the fact that in other Souls-like games...
See, there he goes again. He did it again. He used that ring of fire.
In my opinion, this distinction arises from the fact that in other Souls...
Did he block right there?
In my opinion, this distinction arises...
We'll slow that down. Slow it down a little bit. I think you do it like this to slow it down.
Arises from the fact that...
It did block.
Opinion, this distinction arises from the fact that in...
It looked like it did 2 damage, so who took that damage is what, I don't know. But it looks like that ring of fire is a defensive ability, which is fire. I like that.
In other Souls-like games, players typically wielded weapons like swords or axes, with the grip at the weapon's end during combat. However, in Black Myth Wukong, the main weapon is a staff, primarily held in the middle. The grip on the staff changes according to different moves, creating a varied rhythm and action, even changing the length of the staff in combat. The impact feedback from the staff striking enemies is quite distinctive as well. Coupled with the support from the spell system during combat, Black Myth Wukong stands apart as an action RPG with a unique feel, differentiating itself from other ARPG and action games that have come before. Ultimately, despite developer Game Science providing a substantial amount of gameplay content in this trial version, there are still numerous questions waiting to be answered. For example, whether the protagonist possesses any other weapons, how the level up system works and what the skill tree looks like, and how many transformations and spells are available. All of these questions can only be answered once the game is finally released. Speaking of which, Black Myth Wukong is currently scheduled for release in the summer of 2024 for both PC and next-generation console platforms. For more on your favorite games, keep it right here on IGN.
Yeah, then you could transform into the ape, you know, because that's Wukong. That's Son Goku. That's the sun god or whatever his name is. Yeah. Okay, that was dope. That was definitely dope.
According to the developer,
you already know we copping this. Like I said, I was copping this from the first trailer. Like, again, we get another long 40-hour difficult Souls-like game, but you know, like I said, when you're a streamer, it helps out because it gives you more content, gives you easy content. So yeah, especially when you're a gaming streamer. So yeah, this one is looking dope. I'm looking forward to this boss. I think this boss is the most interesting boss. This one and the Scorpion one, I'm looking forward to fighting those two bosses. I know I'm probably gonna lose a lot and curse at the screen, but I'll figure it out eventually. So I hope that sometime during these events, Gamescom, PAX, or Tokyo Game Show, they actually drop the demo to us. Like, you see how they put out like other games, like I think like Street Fighter 6, they put out like 3 betas, and or like 2 or 3 betas, and no, 2 betas and a demo, and then they put the game out. Like, I hope they do that with Wukong. If not, like at one of these events like early next year, because even when next year hit, we gotta wait another 3-4 months, 3, 4, 5, possibly 6 months for the game to actually drop. But this only made me want the game even more than I already wanted it. So yeah, but y'all let me know what y'all think. Is this a game that you're gonna cop? Are you gonna skip it? Are you kind of dried out? Are you kind of like tired it out of these Souls-like games that keep coming out, or not? Let me know. So you already know the vibe. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy JusticeXFalls, and we out. One.